establishing a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine. 1920. France decrees the formation of the state of Greater Lebanon, knitting together Mount Lebanon with the regions of Beirut, Tripoli, Sidon, Tyre, Akkar, and the Bekaa Valley. 1936 to 1939. Inspired by other Arab nationalist movements, the Arabs of Palestine revolt in an attempt to halt the establishment of a Jewish homeland in Palestine. Both Jewish settlements and British Army units come under attack. 1943. Lebanon's Christian and Muslim leaders agree on a national pact for sharing power and balancing Lebanon's Western and Arab orientations, enabling their country to become a state independent of France. 1947. The United Nations votes to partition Palestine into two states, one for the Jews and one for the Palestinian Arabs, with Jerusalem to become an international enclave. 1948. Britain withdraws from Palestine. Instead of implementing the UN partition plan, the surrounding Arab states join with the local Palestinians to try to prevent the emergence of a Jewish state. Israel is established anyway. Jordan occupies the West Bank and Egypt the Gaza Strip. 1956. Israel, joining forces with Britain and France to attack Gamal Abdel Nasser's Egypt, occupies most of the Sinai Peninsula. Under pressure from both the United States and the Soviet Union, Israel later withdraws. 1958. The First Lebanese Civil War erupts, and some 15,000 American troops are sent to Beirut to help stabilize the situation. 1964. Arab heads of state, led by Nasser, establish the Palestine Liberation Organization, PLO, in Cairo. 1967. Israel launches a preemptive strike against Egypt, Syria, and Jordan as they are preparing for war against the Jewish state. The Six-Day War ends with Israel occupying the Sinai Peninsula, the Golan Heights, the Gaza Strip, and the West Bank. 1969. Yasser Arafat, leader of the Al-Fatah guerrilla organization, is elected chairman of the executive committee of the PLO. 1970. King Hussein's army defeats Arafat's PLO guerrillas in a civil war for control of Jordan. 1973. Egypt and Syria launch a surprise attack against Israeli forces occupying the Sinai Peninsula and the Golan Heights. 1974. An Arab summit conference in Rabat, Morocco, affirms that the PLO is the sole and legitimate representative of the Palestinian people. 1975. Civil war breaks out again in Lebanon. 1977. Egyptian President Anwar Sadat goes to Jerusalem, addresses the Israeli parliament, and offers full peace in exchange for a total Israeli withdrawal from Sinai. 1979. Egypt and Israel sign their peace treaty. 1982. February. The Syrian government massacres thousands of its own citizens while suppressing a Muslim rebellion launched from the town of Hama. 1982, June to September. Israel invades Lebanon. Phalangist militia leader Bashir Gemayel is assassinated after his election as Lebanon's president. Phalangist militiamen massacre hundreds of Palestinians in the Sabra and Shatila refugee camps in Beirut, while the camps are surrounded by Israeli forces. U.S. Marines arrive in Beirut as part of a multinational peacekeeping force. 1983. The American Embassy and U.S. Marine headquarters in Beirut are blown up by suicide car bombers. 1984, February. The Lebanese government of President Amin Gemayel splinters after Shiite Muslims and Druze in West Beirut launch a revolt against the Lebanese army. President Reagan abandons hope of rebuilding Lebanon and orders Marines home. 1984, September. Israel's Labor and Likud parties join together in a national unity government after July elections end in a stalemate. 1985. Israel unilaterally withdraws its army from most of Lebanon. 1987, December. The Palestinian uprising or Intifada begins in the West Bank and Gaza Strip. 1988